Dun, dun, dun. But the sound went before the
Yeah, it can't have just been an.
Oh. We're back. Yay! Yay! We're back. It was all going too well. I'm not sure what happened. We thought maybe it was the battery on the camera up here because this one's on batteries tonight. But who knows? Who knows? Marjane says, I can hear. All right. So I'm loving this. I think it looks really cool. And I think what I might do is add like a little speech bubble. So I'm going to, thank you, Craigie. In the Sweet Scalp Slimline, there is this little speech bubble. So I'm thinking I might use that. I'm going to go and see if I can grab a, what I call a teeny freebie stamps. Hopefully I have them somewhere along here. So teeny freebies are the stamps that we give out free with every order. Of course, I'm not able to find one. So with every order, we give you a free stamp set, or a free, not free stamp set, a free stamp, I should say. So it is a small, here we go. You'll get one of these. We cut them down and put them in every order. But I think this would be perfect size for this little teeny weeny speech bubble. Yay! Amanda says, tell Micah hi. Yay. Right, so I think I'm going to bring in some of that blue to go up here. Have I got a little bit up here? Did I put it away? I think I put it away. I'll just have a quick look in my stash of scraps. I don't actually think I have very much apart from this bit. Camera. Nope, I'll have to go big. Go big or go home. So let's see. We'll stamp it out and then we will cut it out. And hello, Aunt Max. So lovely to have you here. Long time no chitty chat. I hope that you are keeping well. Apologies for the little sound issue. No clue what happened there, but anyway. But as you might have guessed, we got our new PC. So it is much more reliable, should I say. And so far, it hasn't had any issues whatsoever with the startup of OBS. I'm almost loath to say that though, because you know what it's like with PCs. I think they hear you talk. Iris says, I really want to order some of the new products, but I'm honestly a little scared for the import fees after Brexit. I understand what you mean, and the import fees are, sadly at the moment, for the rest of the world is not so bad, but I think for Europe, depending on which country you're in, it's kind of hard for us to even know what the import fees will be. It's hard for us to kind of give guidance because some countries it feels like they're just making it up as they go along. I don't know. You'll have to let us know if you are Marjolaine. You need to let us know whenever you get yours, if you had any import fees. But don't forget, you can also buy Hefty Doodle from other retailers as well. So there's some in Europe that you can get the Hefty Doodle from. Obviously, the sad thing is that you don't get the exclusive items that you do when you order direct from Hefty Doodle. And we also try and keep our customs information as low as possible for you guys too. Aunt Max says, your freebies are always fun. Yay. I love the freebie this time. It's so good because the little pen and pencil, I think you'll use it so often. You are amazing. Loving it. I don't know why this doesn't, there we go. I'm complaining because my comments are coming up, but it just goes, more comments below. I thought it would scroll and let me see. All right. I'm just going to give a little massage on the edges. Take out those little lumpy bumpies that sometimes occur. And I'm going to put this right here. Ooh, actually, I'm going to put a purple shadow on it just to bring in that background color. Let's check if I've got any. Oh, I do. This is grape soda. And in fact, this will probably do here. So when doing a shadow layer, you can just cut out exactly the same piece. Oh, is that it? Yes, it is. But I like to layer it down and to the left to create a shadow. So I want to make sure that the little tail is going to be complete, but the bit along the top here probably won't matter because you won't see it the way that we're going to layer it. Now, this little scrap will do just fine. Woohoo! Looking good. So yeah, you can see that it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. So we're going to wear this down. Oh, Gloobert. The problem with putting a little bear on your glue bottle is that when you run out of glue, you're already emotionally attached to this little bear. So I need to get myself a new Gloobert. I'm not ready to say goodbye to my little friend. Poor little Gloobert. All right, so I've added some glue. Layer that down like so. It's just hanging off to the side a little bit. Amanda says this card is so cute. Amanda says refill him. Yeah, he's already been like squeezed to death, so he's got all creases around his head and stuff. So I feel like I should be very happy for him that he has fulfilled his destiny. You know, what better way to go if you're a craft glue? What better way to go but actually have your complete life squeezed out of you? That you have completely fulfilled your destiny and you have been used to the very last drop. I mean, something really quite beautiful about that, right? right? Iris says, I think I'll have to find a retailer, but I'd love to order directly from you. Here in the Netherlands, we have to pay tax 21% for anything that's over 21 euros. Oh, yes, I see. Plus admin fees, rubbish. Well, let's do this. I'm actually going to move this along a little bit. Got my 5mm foam tape there. Makes it easier. And I'm going to put a little glue dot on this end because this is going to be raised up by my pink. Actually, oops, well, apparently I am. Can I move it down a little? Yeah, that looks better. Yay! You are amazing. I think I'm gonna see if I can get a few little like gems for this, just to kind of catch the eye. Maybe some pretty pink plush kind of gems would be good. What have I got here? I've got a blue. It's kind of a sea blue, that one. This blue is nice. It's more of a sequin. I think this one will work well because it ties in with the blue tone. Pretty. And maybe, what else have I got in here? A lot of sparkle anyway. Oh, it's sticking to me. Doesn't want to come off. Maybe a white. Oh, try not to spill them, and I did a very bad job. I failed completely at not spilling them. But so be it. And maybe some of these little yellows as well. The background's already yellow, but it will bring in some of the yellow tones to up top here. Down bottom. Let's see. So because I'm running low on Monsieur Glubert, I'm just going to squirt him in here. Try and pick up a wee bit. There we go. And just pick up a little bit of the glue, like so. Just want a little smidgen, makes it a bit more controlled for me at the moment. They're so cute. So I think I told you guys last week that my dad was going in for a hip replacement this week. Did I tell you guys that? So my dad had a hip operation on Wednesday to replace the hip. And he's doing really well. He's pulling through and on the road to recovery, which is good. I put together a little care package for him. It's getting collected tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Hey, Roberta. Blue Brumby says, how long has Hefty Doodle been going for? Good question. 3 years? I think it's 3 years. Not massively long. I think it's 3 years. Morgan is our first full-time employee. Apart from that, it's just me. Craig gets drafted in for a little bit of IT support and things like that, but he has his poor Craig has his own job. He only gets pulled in if it's things that I just can't do, or if it's things that he would just be a little bit better at. It would take me much longer than it would take him. So it's just me and then Morgan. I did have someone help down in England. I had someone come and help a couple of days a week. Where'd the other little one go? Here it is. 2 days a week for a couple of hours. But so exciting to have our first full-time member staff. Yay! All right. I think this is looking really cute. This didn't work earlier, so I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see if it's gonna, oh, there we go, it's working now. I'm gonna call that done. We've got our little critters from the Popping By, from the Filled with Love set, and the Slimline Mini Mail, and the Sweet Scallop Slimline dies for the background as well. Isn't it so cute? I love it. Jen's here again. Hey. Do you have European just retailers outside of the UK? Yeah. We do. You can find a list. If you go to heftydoodle.com and you go down to the very, very bottom, there is a link that says stockists or something like that, and retail inquiries. And if you click on that, it'll take you to a page which is heftydoodle.com/buy HFD by HFD by Hefty Doodle, and that will list the people that stock Hefty Doodle direct from us. But I will say that we also have a number of we have a couple of distributors, and they will buy Hefty Doodle and then sell it on to other shops. So it's not an exhaustive list there, because I don't know everybody that buys Hefty Doodle from our distributors. There you go. Roberta says, my Hefty Doodle order is in Jamaica. What? That's so weird. Somebody else posted a thing on Instagram that said that someone else posted an order on Instagram that was like, I live here and my Hefty Doodle's here. It's in like Northern Ireland, but they lived in York, but it turned up. And I'm wondering if maybe we had copied the wrong tracking number into their order. So if anything really weird happens like that, you can always email us and we'll double check for you. Yay! Roberta says it looks like you're in a different location. I've changed all my cameras. I've got my little square head up here this time. All different. So let's see. Put these little guys back in here. So much fun. These over here as well. So I wanted to make a card using the Messy Desk stencil, because actually this stencil is one of our most popular from the new release, and I don't think I've had a chance to play with it at all, really. I think I tested it. I don't think I've had a chance to play with it, which is just rude. So I think it's time to make a card using the Messy Desk stencil. And I'm thinking I'm going to make a card for my puppy, not my puppy, my pappy, my father, because my daddy is a painter and decorator. So I thought that it would be fun to make him a painterly kind of card. Maybe use my little pandas. There you go. Amanda says, my shipping company gave me used numbers for all my international orders last week. It's been confusing. Oh no. Crazy. Let's see what we can do today. So I'm going to use my paint on so I can get a nice, beautiful blend. And I'm going to cut this down into an 5.5 by 4.25 panel. And that will go on top of my A2 card. Beautiful. Marcy says, you might have already explained this, but how did you come about the name Heffy Doodle? I love this name, you said. Ah, thanks. I haven't explained it in quite a while, so I will explain it once again. So my husband, my now husband, Craig, when we were dating, he, well, actually, let me start, back it up, let me start somewhere else. So the thing is, my nickname, my husband will call me Heffy, okay? So that's the first thing that I'll say, and I'll tell you where Heffy comes from in a minute. So he calls me Heffy, and all the designs in Heffy Doodle I draw myself. So, you know, I drew these pandas. This is a doodle I drew. This is a Heffy Doodle. So you see where I'm coming from there? That's what it is. That's the Heffy Doodle. And where the name actually comes from is that when we were dating, he would comment, should I say, on how much I loved my food and that I would just eat just as much as he would. And in fact, if there was ever a situation where he got the big portion, I was there like, excuse me, I want the big portion. Just because you're a man does not mean you get a big portion. I want the big portion. So we'd have a little bit of feminism going on there. And so he, of course, never argued because he knows better. And we, he used to say to me, oh, I should say, only out of love, never cruelly. He would go, come on, my little hungry heifer, come on. Heifer, meaning cow, of course. And it was all fun and games, no problem at all. And then one day I said to him, okay, can you stop calling me a hungry heifer, please? Because I'm going to get complex. Like, can you just not? I just wasn't having any of it. I was obviously having a moment. And he just then said, but you're my little Heffy. And he threw his arms around me, and ever since then I was his Heffy. And of course I couldn't stay mad at that. So he then called me Heffy, and I was a hungry Heffy then. And so that's where the term Heffy comes from. So there you go. Let's add some ink to this. So I'm using the Messy Desk stencil, And you may have noticed that on the back here, I've added some purple tape. And that's because the heavy memo tape is a low tack tape and I don't really want my stencil to move. So I usually use washi tape or purple tape or something like that to secure my stencils at the back. And then in the front, I will cover it up using some heavy tape to cover the areas that we don't want to be. We don't want to be exposed. So I'm using Wilted Violet to start, and I might use peacock feathers. These are more Lesley colors than Daddy colors, but hey ho. Roberta says, oh, how sweet. Marcy says, I love this story. And Marcy says, I always wanted to ask and I'm glad that I did. Ah, I'm glad that you asked too. I always think that everybody knows, but then it's funny because obviously we're picking up new people all the time and they don't always know what the whole background of the story. There you go, that's it. So I'm working with some peacock feathers and Wilted Violet. Blendy together. Iris says, still need to make a Mother's Day card for my mom. It's this Sunday, but I'm lacking inspiration. Oh dear. But for Mother's Day cards, yes, I think so. Someone said flowers. Flowers is good. Depends also what kind of person your mum is. Would she like a critter? Would she kind of be a crittery kind of person? Because you could just do any card with a critter on it and she'd probably love it. So here are my little droopy droops. Doesn't that look really cool? And then the other really fun bit is that this has a like splatter effect that you can put on the background. So I'm going to do some splatters too, just for fun. A bit lighter color there. Aunt Max says, Iris, my favorite Mother's Day sentiment I've seen this year. Mum, thank you for not selling me to the circus. Love it. Amanda says, the water line is in. No drain yet, but they're working. That is exciting. Okay, so I'm going to put some sort of grass or something down here. So let me go and grab my one of my stencils for that. Maybe my green field stencil. Here it is. Now we'll do maybe a curve or a grass. What are we gonna do? Let me see. Yeah, so I think we'll do some grass like this for our little pandas to sit on. But let me first of all add, no, not first of all, let me add the grass and then I'll know where I'm at. There's that big strip that I had a second ago. I need that again to secure this up top. And we'll add some grass at the bottom. So let me go grab my green. And I'm going to get my Twisted Citron green distressing here. Distress oxide even. There you go. She does like flowers. I don't have many flower stamps. And the one I have, I used to make her birthday card, so I don't want to use it again. If you're stuck for things like this, you could just go for like a pattern background or even just pad and paper. And then if you use word dies to put like mom, mother, something like that, that's always kind of fun. Or maybe some hearts over it. What do you think? Martine says she's making one right now using the blooming marvelous flowers. Ah, there you go. Let me put these away. Blooming marvelous set is a real good go-to set. And I really like it because it is it's flowers, but it's not realistic flowers. It's still got that whimsical feel to it. That's super fun. So here I have my, oh, I've just realized I put those away, but I need to add a bit more splatterages. But we'll work on that. Let's put this one away. Marcy says these are great ideas. Yay, good. So we will cover that up a little bit. And oh. Let's add some splatters down here. I think I'm going to go for orange down the bottom. I'm just going to use my orange. Oh, come on. Have some ink on it. There we go. And then over here, I'll do a little bit of an angle. I think for this side we'll go yellow. And I'll quickly go around here and press the button. Let's see. I am loving it. I can't wait to use this drippy stencil for like Halloween cards. I think it's going to be really cool. Like an oozy drip. Oozy. Thank you for all your ideas, says Iris. Oh, a strip background, then a beautiful sentiment. Yes, or even a stencil background would be fun too. Oopsies. So I've got my background working well here. Let's see. Now, in the wavy banner sentiments, there is a feel better soon stamp, which we made especially because get well soon is one of those go-to phrases, I guess, that people will say. Get well soon, it just rolls off the tongue. But one of the things that I'm kind of aware of is that there's a lot of people that have longer term ailments, and it's maybe not a get well kind of situation. So we thought, well, let's make it a little bit different and do feel better soon. We thought that would be something a little bit different. And then you could use it for lots of different situations. So I'm not going to stamp the, in the wavy banner sentiments, there's a solid stamp and an outline stamp. I'm not actually going to stamp them for this. I'm actually just going to use the dies that you can get to coordinate this. There's a skinny one and then a fatter one. And they're made exactly for this. So you can just stamp directly onto that little baby one, and you'll be able to line up the stamp perfectly because of the smooth edges on this. So in order to make this easier, I'm going to I'm going to use this strip of Happy Memo tape, which is a big long strip, and put it upside down so the tacky side is up, and then smoosh that in there. And it just gives me a little bit more real estate to work with. Roberta says, I love this stencil. It'll be perfect for frosting on a cake. Yes. Yes, it would be. I always look at Jan B on YouTube to find inspiration for a special fold card and then make it my own. She makes them real time. And when I make one of those, they turn out spectacular. Oh, awesome. I'm not familiar with her. What have I just done with that stump? Have I picked it up? Guys, stamp alert. What have I done? Oh, rogue stamp. There's always one. We got feel better soon. Hopefully you can see how easy that is to line up. Maybe if I move it up closer to the camera, you might be able to see better. Let me position it first. It keeps moving around. Mostly because I'm holding my Misty up high. You see how easy it would be to line that up? Super simple. There we go. Close over. Feel better soon. I'm going to stamp it with my peacock feathers oxide. I don't actually use oxide to stamp all that much, but someone else was telling me about it and thinking it's praises, and I thought, you know what, just need to go for it. Just need to do it. I'm going to stamp that again. There we go. It's nice that way that we can tie in the colors then, the colors we've already used for our drippy drippies. Feel better soon is a good choice of words, is Aunt Margaret. Before I put this away, I'm going to go ahead and die cut the larger of the two dies with this. I could separate the dies if I wanted to, but I'm fine not separating them, at least for now. And they stay on my little baby magnetic rectangle here. We have Feel Better Soon. I go right on here. I put Gluebert on his head here. Hopefully that'll mean that he's going to blow out a bit. Jan B is a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You can use your own stamps to make the cards. Oh, cool. Oops, that moved. Don't move. Feel Better Soon down here. Now we have to have paint brushes. and the little paint pot. Definitely need them. So let's grab our pandas. Got a panda here. And maybe I'll just do one panda. One panda. And paint tin. We just had a little roller. That would have been fun. Maybe we'll just do 2 pandas then. Do a selection of pandas. And I'm going to do... I'm not going to do a paint palette. And I'm not going to do a little paintbrush like this, a little thin paintbrush. I'm going for the thicker one. So it's more of a painter, decorator kind of vibe rather than an artist. And maybe what we'll do is a couple of different colors of paint pots. So pandas has definitely been one of our best sellers of the new release. Pandas seem to have flown out the door. Everyone seems to be enjoying the pandas. And then Highland Honeys, it's probably a very close second. And I think we got more customers by the Highland Honeys than we did in retailers for some reason. I'm not sure why. Because when we were picking up the retail orders, we were like, oh, interesting. It's always, we just noticed that other, some retailers were ordering less of the Highland Honeys than they were some of the other designs. But I find it so interesting. It always balances itself out. I think it kind of, yeah, every single time you're like, oh, maybe this was not going to be so popular. And then customers come along and buy loads of it, and it's just as popular. It's just in a different area. I always find it so interesting. So what do you all have planned for the weekend? That's what I would like to know. Any plans? Apparently, I'm going to be doing some sewing. Piper has decided that, so Piper has this this toy called the Squishmallow. It's just like a round, not round, like an oblong, squishy. And he's a panda, and his name is Stanley. And she has decided that Stanley needs to have some clothes. And I'm not really sure why or even how that's going to happen, because he's like a football. He's like a oblong football. So I'm not sure how these clothes, these supposed clothes are going to stay on him. But she has decided that he needs clothes, and we're going to make him clothes at the weekend. So not being one to shy away from a challenge, especially a crafty challenge, I said, yeah, let's do it. Roberta says, most of the companies are doing sea-themed things again. So glad your release is different. Oh, awesome. I kind of stop looking at other companies. If I had more time, I probably would still look at them so that I could grab their stuff. But sadly, that's just life. I couldn't even tell you what other companies are doing at the moment. Get this little guy done. I also, oh my gosh, I just realized that I forgot to tell you guys something that has been the big news of this week. So exciting for me. and for Ranger, although he doesn't know that it's exciting. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, that there is this thing, this product called Fluent Pet. And the idea is that there's a series of buttons that say words. So dogs or cats or animals can press the button and it will say outside. And so the dogs can communicate with us, or cats or any animal. So they learn to press the buttons in order to say words. So they have their own words. And we have been watching the development of people using these Fluent Pet buttons, and I've been obsessed with them and know all the dogs. Oh, that's Bunny. Oh, that's Russell, and everything. And yeah, so I said to Craig, right, when we move house and we have a bit more room, I'm gonna get Ranger some buttons. So we did. We ordered the buttons, and then they arrived yesterday. It's been so exciting. So he has I think it's 32 buttons, but you just start with one because you don't want to overwhelm him. So we started with the outside button, and at the start, he was absolutely terrified of them. He hated them. He would like attack it, like scratch it and everything. Not a fan at all. But now he seems to get the fact that if you press the button, go outside, you get to go outside. But we kind of made the mistake of when he pressed the button outside, we would be like, yes, and we would go outside, and then we would like play with him. So now he kind of thinks that it means play outside rather than just, go outside. But the next button we're going to introduce is play. We'll be working on that. But it's so cool and I love it. I think it's so interesting. And I mean, it might not go anywhere. It might just fizzle out. And it might not be something that he can handle. Or it could be something that's a very, very slow burn. But we're okay with that. Today, though, he pressed it on his own for the first time. So I was like, yeah. And then he kind of got obsessed with it. Yeah, he then wouldn't stop. We had to have a outside all done situation. And he just kept going on like pressing it again. Be careful what you wish for, you guys. Be careful what you wish for. But it's really fun. I think it's going to be so cool. Marjorie says Sunday is Mother's Day in the Netherlands, and Monday we're leaving for 3 nights for a little vacay. That's so exciting. Yay. You're going to have so much fun. I think everybody's feeling the cabin fever situation at the moment. Getting away, even if it's not far, I think everyone would benefit from leaving the house a little bit. That's good. Which die set is big this release? Ooh, so the slimline spider pop-up is definitely popular. And the slimline mini mill. Yeah, we nearly completely sold out of that. And what else? The Happy Birthday Shadow heavy cuts. Defamando, those ones are the most popular. The messy desk stencil, we're down to like our last 8 or 9, something like that. It's been really popular too. So if you're inspired, grab it while we still have it. Give him a pink nose, because why not? And I'll do a little C one. Oh, his belly. Oh, look, he's got the same belly as my daddy as well. Some little cobra belly that I'm getting too. Must be hereditary. Oh wow, if it works, I need that for my nut. Says my your nut is so cute. Yeah, so far it's been working well. It's really too soon to say, but it looks like it's going to work. I think it will be hard work, but they say that anything that's worth it will be hard work. So I've got a little bit of purpley here, kind of to go with my purple area up top there. And I think I might go for a yellow down here. Roberta says, we taught ours to ring a bell for outside. Yes, Ranger has a bell for outside. So we are kind of mixing things up a little now. He's fine if he still rings the bell. That's not a problem. We can still keep the bell, but we want to introduce more vocabulary. However, they recommend that you start with the word outside. So we were like, well, who are we to argue with the experts? So that's why we started with the word outside. So we'll be working on that over the weekend and making Stanley clothes. And also, I think we might have to do a little bit of gardening. Boo. Not a big gardening. And cleaning. Boo, 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 double boo. Don't think anyone's a big cleaning fan. Certainly not in this household. Ooh, I am also, planning on making red velvet cupcakes. I bought a cupcake holder. What's the word? Like a Tupperware thing. I bought that. It came today and I was like, yay, finally. Pradox is here on Twitch. Hello. Hello. Nice to have you here. And Aunt Max asks on YouTube, are Piper and Ranger best friends? Yes. Well, Ranger is my best friend. He's definitely a mummy's boy. I'm surprised he's not in here. But he's very, very cute with her. In the morning, I'll go in to wake her up and he comes in. And the first thing he always does is roll around on her rug. She's got like a thick pile of rug. He's like, loving it. He's splooting out, stretching, having a good old stretch and a yawn. And then he'll jump up in the bed and like snuggle his little head into her. And then we'll walk her around for the bus. And I swear he is better than an alarm in the afternoon. He knows when it's time to go pick up Piper at like 2:45. He will get up from his snoozy nap and be like, Dad, come on, we gotta go. So we walk around the road to the bus stop and he will be quiet the thing, sit at the side of the road, just wait for the bus to come. And then the bus comes and you see him looking like this as everyone gets off the bus. He's looking and looking. And then as soon as he sees Piper, he's like, loving it, the tail wagging. He's really good with her. And she's really good with him too. Sometimes she can be a little bit, like not really think about him, like she'll like knock on doors and things, and that really triggers him. But I think that's just, it's just normal kids stuff. All three at the time word pace when the bus was made. Yeah. Aunt Max is going, ooh, red velvet. Yes. Red velvet is Craig's favorite cake. And I made him a red velvet cake for his birthday. And he said it was the best cake I've ever made. So how are you going to top that? Thought we might as well do some cupcakes then. Because at the very least, we could just use the same recipe. Let's turn this around. Put this out. I'm pretty sure that I have a stamp set. I think it's a long font stamp set where it has a little mouse and there's a ladder in it. And I think that would go perfect with this on this card. So let me have to have a look and see if I can crack it out for this card. Roberta says, all three of our doggos, when the kids were at school, would pace waiting for the afternoon bus. It was awful when it was late. Oh, so cute. Yeah, for Ranger, he gets all sad when it's raining. He doesn't like the rain, so he will, he's not happy if it's raining. Because he wants to go. You can see in his face that he wants to go. It's raining, so he doesn't want to go. What a poor little pickle he is. There's another paint pot. I hope my poor daddy likes his card. We're hoping that he's going to get home in the next few days. Just sucks that we're not able to go and visit him. Although I did hear online that in certain places in the UK we're cleared for travel, but I don't think there's travel between Scotland and Northern Ireland anyway. I'm not sure. It'll probably be a little while. Actually, in the area that we live in at the moment, the county is called Murray, and there was a little bit of an outbreak in one of the secondary schools here. And I think it went a little bit rampant very quickly, or quicker than they had ever anticipated. It wasn't caught soon enough, so there was quite a little bit of a burst of infection. Luckily, I don't go anywhere for to get infected. But anyway, but someone said to me that they're trying to ramp up the old vaccines, so we might get notified within the next week or two about vaccines. So, how exciting. Roberta says, now we just have the one. She gets loud when Bob comes home from work. Ah. All right, here's my little pandas, my little Papa pandas. Micah says, 1,200 for a craft sink. Yeah. No, 1,200 for a happy wife with a craft sink, Micah. Come on. Think of the bigger picture here. Bigger picture. You don't want to know how much I'm spending on my carriage. But I'm using the excuse that it's for Heffy Doodle. Let me go and see if I can find that little, I think it's a little lawn fawn one. sure it was a Long Fawn and Chibitronics, maybe. Yes. Oh, it's not a ladder. It's a stool. I'm not sure if it's going to be big enough. No, it's not going to be big enough. It's going to look a little bit out of place, I think, if I try that. That's okay. We can figure it out. He can be painting. Where's my other paintbrush? Dude, what did I just do with it? Oh, man. But I just lost that already. Well, some people. I think you're in. The plumber just left, and now I don't have a retirement area. Oh, boo-hoo. You know it's worth it. Amanda says, exactly, Leslie. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got this. Aunt Max says, Marie's vaccinated but has to self-test twice a week and wear the top medical mask because she works with the diaper gang. Yeah, she does indeed. Bless her. I think this is going to go down here. And up here. Looking good. Loving it. I really want that one to be, ugh, this one's timing out. I really want that one to be yellow. I've obviously lost it already. Did anybody see where it went to? I'll check the floor. Look, it's not yellow. It's on my plate. Huzzah! Edit it. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Sounds like my £24,000 shower project. Well, Micah, I've got one better for you because I have, we have a bathroom that has a lovely, beautiful bath, but none of us use baths. What we do is wash Ranger, but the bath is too low, so it hurts my back and I can't bath him in there. So what we're doing, bear in mind this is for a dog, we are getting the plumber to rip out the beautiful bath, which will ruin the bath, which means we can't reuse the bath. And then we are putting in kitchen units all the way along from the whole way, so it looks like a utility room. So we're putting all the kitchen units along there, and then we've got a worktop, and on the worktop we're putting a shower tray. Because the shower tray is deep, we can't use a worktop, we have to use a breakfast bar, which is deeper and more expensive. And then we've got a shower tray here on there, and then we have to have wet wall up top, and we have to install a shower there, which will be plumbed in where the bath used to be. So we have a shower hose, and then we need some guys from the glass factory to come down, or acrylic or something, to put a little bit of trim around the side so I can actually shower him. And then the joiner is going to create a door that opens up. We have pull-out steps. So that's the vision, and you don't want to know how much that's all going to cost. And everyone I've spoken to is asking about my grooming business. And I'm like, no, it's just for my own dog. It's just for me and my dog. But as I say to Craig, it's not actually for my dog. It's for my back. So it's cheaper than having other back surgery and knocking myself out of work for so long. So that's what that's the story, and I'm sticking with it. Yes. But the plus side is, Micah, is that now you can just go, Amanda, Why don't you go to the garage? If she's bothering you, just say, go to your craft cave, please, lady. Amanda says, back surgery costs more and hurts. Yeah, well, it's more it's not so much, well, obviously it is, but the cost of the surgery, but if it takes me out of work and I can't, if I'm injured and I can't work, that's a problem. That's a lot more of a problem, much more of a problem. Look at these little guys. They are so fun. He needs to wobble. Let me go get a wobbler. I'm excited about that. And wobbly woo. Wibbly wibbly wobbly woo. Roberta says, I'm not getting that shower as it would involve about 6 contractors instead of 2. Yeah, what, your £25,000 shower? Yeah. Micah says, yep, my broken arm ruined me for a couple of months. Yep, it is sad but true. Sad but true. I'm going to get this off. I'll have to put him in this way. Come on, Mr. Panda. Oh, painting, painting, painting. This is going to get raised up too, I think. They have walk-up dog baths that the dog walks up a ramp into. Oh, really? I've never seen one of these things. I've seen like stainless steel things that are made for the groomers. Like my old groomer had a bath and it went up and down, but you still had to lift the dog into it. And with bad back people, I can't do that. And he's actually really good. You'll just say go to the bath and he'll jump in the bath, but it needs to be taller for me. But a lot of the grooming things are, well, they're not pretty. They're meant for a grooming salon. They're not meant to be in your house. And this is still going to be within a usable bathroom for us. So we're going to see how it turns out. It may just look rubbish, but we'll give it a go. Let's see how it looks. It's so good. Marcy says, our groomer says that for the dog. Yes. Roberta says, a wall mover, a plumber, flooring cabinet guy, electrician, painter. Yeah, we've had that kind of a situation with the garage for Heffy HQ. We had, let's see, we had a joiner come in and put what they call straps. They strap the wall. So they put like wooden strips down it, and then they insulated the wall. And then because I want to hang grid wall, the plasterboard's not strong enough, so they need to put sterling boards. They put wooden panels up, and then they put the plasterboard on top of that. So they did that, and then they boarded the top, put a hatch on it into the attic, and insulated all that upstairs too. And then we had guys come out and remove the garage door and put in windows and glass, and then that was another guy. And then we had electrician come and add data, and electrician come and add more power, and like lights in the attic and things like that. And then we had a plumber because we had to move a pipe. And at the moment we have, we're waiting on a, what's it called? A taper. I didn't even know this was a thing. So they tape the joints between the plasterboards. So we're waiting on him. So he's supposed to be coming in next week. Had the electrician in today to put some outside lights on and bits and pieces. And much to my delight, I managed to convince him to put an extra power socket down by my PC so I don't have cables running up to my craft island in an godforsaken mess. I love it. I think it's really cool. I'm going to add this onto a card. In fact, I think I'll add it onto a purple card. And then I need to get floor put down, but I need to insulate the floor. And now I'm waiting on a delivery of, what's it called? Underfloor heating. And maybe another thing I need to do at the weekend is go and pick some laminate. So all in all, it's a big old project. And I think, as with everything in life, it always ends up being more expensive than you hoped. Yeah. Roberta says, we're going to do the low or a curbless shower. Good shout. Roberta says, so cute. It will bring a smile to your dad's face. And Aunt Max says, I can envision Ranger relaxing in a Venetian bath with feather fans. He would. He's really good. And sometimes even if we walk around the roads and it's not that wet, it's just if it's a wee bit damp, we don't want him to get muddy paws. We'll just walk around the footpath. He comes home and his feet aren't that muddy, but he will still go and come home. You'll hear ba-doomp where he's jumped in the bath, and you have to go and tell him, honey, your feet aren't dirty. You don't need a bath, and he still wants a bath. He wants his feet washed. Bless him. Ta-da! I think this is cool. So the only thing I'm contemplating is adding the word dad. And let's see what that would look like if we added it on here. We'd have dad. That's cool. And in fact, maybe what we could do is put it on foam. Let me see if I've got any foam anywhere. Foam, 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 foam. I have yellow foam, I have pink foam, I have purple foam. Does the purple foam work? It would be too much purple. Maybe we could do a layer of purple and then white card on top. I think that would work. And then we'll have a little bit of dimension. But also I've just put my ATG gun away, silly me. A little bit about dimension, but also some of that color coming back in. So I'm going to just take a little bit of just normal white card. Stick some of my foam on top. Like so. Put my D down and my A down. Let's see. Roberta says, sounds like Sarah's cat. He loves water and showers. Iris says, oh, I didn't realize it was this late already. I need to go to bed. I hope to catch you when you live again soon. Thank you so much for joining us, Iris. It was so lovely to have you here. I hope to see you again soon. Let's see. So I've got my D and my A. Come on. And one more D. And we will be D done. I think I will be finishing up before too long as well. But here we go. Here's my D. And at the moment where that has gone through the die cutting machine, the foam is like super compressed, so it won't really look like there's an awful lot of dimension right now, but over the next little while it'll poof up a little bit. I'm pretty sure that craft foam is just like cheap Michaels or Hobbycraft kind of foam, so or like children type foam. It's not anything fancy. It's probably not very dense anyway, but it'll still give a pop of color, which will be super fun. Oh, I'm loving it. Come on, Bluebird, you got a job to do, buddy. Hopefully he's going to stick my foam sometimes. Sometimes glue and foam have other ideas. Roberta says, your t-shirt is so cute, Lizzie. Thanks. D, A, D. Little daddykins. Awesome. Just give this a second. Just hold this here for a second while it dries, and then I'll probably finish up. But how do you guys like our new setup? Obviously, we had a little bit of an audio situation earlier, and I'll also have a continual power supply next week for this little beastie, this camera up here. But yeah, how's it going? Are you enjoying it? We want to make sure that the content that we're creating and that the live streams that we have for you, they are enjoyable. So we want to make sure that we're giving you things that you will enjoy. Oh, I love it. Here we go. Here's my card for Dad. Feel better soon. Like so. So much fun. And then I obviously was in a purpley mood today. We have You Are Amazing for this card. And our little peekaboo critters. Lots of fun playtimes today. Jen says, love the new space and the setup. Yay, Roberta likes it too. Amanda loves the new space as well. Yay. I'm really, really pleased. Yay. Right, guys, I think we're going to call that an evening. And I hope you've had fun crafting along with me. I've had lots of fun as well. And I'm so glad that we have a computer that is now listening to us a little bit more. I'm going to leave you to your weekend. have a lovely crafty weekend, hopefully, and much love to all everyone out there who is celebrating Mother's Day this weekend. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I shall see you next week. I hope you will come and craft with me. Bye. See you later. Cheery bye.